Greetings, programs. This is Wretch, and welcome back to Shadowrun Hong Kong. And tonight we're going to be taking in some fine dining here at the Shangri-La restaurant, trying to find Rooster Lo and kidnap him, get him out of here in one piece before his bodyguard, the Talon, decides to take exception with that. So, we've got wait for the target over here. We've got this waitress that we talked to earlier. Let's just go ahead and have a chat with her. Yeah, welcome to the Shangri-La. Okay, this will only take a second. A loud exhalation escapes through her nose and her eyes dart towards the kitchen. She musters an empty smile and nods in false hospitality. Absolutely, sir. What is it that you need? How's business? She glances around, impatiently searching for an excuse to end the conversation. As always, we're very busy, but I see a couple of parties preparing to leave, so you won't have to wait long for a table. If you decide to wait in the lounge, please be aware that a group of our preferred Wuxing diners are celebrating inside. We'd appreciate it if you respect their privacy. Her finger anxiously taps the food orders clutched tightly in her hand. Anything else? I'm looking for someone. A Mr. Lo. He has a reservation here tonight. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with that name. Oh, don't have charisma. Alright. Know anyone here who might have seen him? The upstairs servers. They have to come down here to access the kitchen, so you may be able to find one of them in there. Wish I could help more, sir, but I need to place these orders. Enjoy your meal. She darts around you and hurriedly resumes her duties, leaving you no time to respond. Okay. Well, there she goes. Right around Koshi. Chatty customers always killing my tips. Oh, wow. This one has a drone, too. Maybe Ractor and her could have a chat a little bit later. Business first, though. We've got an order computer. Wait for the target. I don't want to wait for the target yet. You always need to explore everything else before you do anything. Security guard. Henry. Order computer. And we got a locked door here. There's the waitress. Hi. A heady aroma of spices and sweat bombards your senses. As the cook moves through the kitchen, scents churn in their wake. Some sharp, some sweet, some altogether unfamiliar, but all delicious. The chef barks an order to his assistant searing fish, then whirls around, muttering fervently to himself. He stops short once he notices you standing in his kitchen. I told them I need an extra server, not a hobo. Shoo! He gestures toward the door and returns to tasting an array of sauces. Okay. Well then. Chef Yang Long. Can we... The chef peers at you over a mountain of oysters. No guests in the kitchen. Out! Sorry to intrude, but I need to speak to the head chef. He grabs a towel off a nearby rack and wipes his hands, mumbling to himself. I'm head chef. I've little time to cook my food and even less for a conversation. This will only take a minute. Just make it quick. You've got 60 seconds before I have to pull these prawns out of the boiler. I'm looking for someone in the restaurant. Mr. Lo. He's likely in one of the private dining rooms. Do you have any idea how many orders I prepare? Frustrated, he makes an exaggerated shrug. I don't know where they go. I cook them, place them on this counter, and they disappear. Only time I care about who ordered what is if the dish is sent back with a complaint. I see. Maybe I should ask elsewhere, but if I don't get my answers, I'm coming back. Please don't. He flings his towel onto his shoulder and shifts his attention to a pot of broiling prawns. Time's up. Out with you. Okay, well, that would mean the order computer would probably be a good thing to look at so we can determine what room he's in. An open program tracking food orders in their respective tables flickers steadily on the computer screen. AccuServe from Renraku, Shangri-La restaurant. Enter new order, server's notes, check orders, manager's notice. Nothing but your typical wage slave directives in here. There are a few mentions of curtailing recreational activities and storage rooms on outer decks. One can only infer the meaning of said activities. Farther down, a note in red expressly warns that the special guest on floor 2 should be served by approved waitstaff only, and if the guest orders are botched again, there will be significant and widespread consequences for all servers involved. Check the orders. A list containing dozens of orders pops up. Only a handful are from the upper floor's private dining rooms. One note on a second floor order stands out. Floor 2, private room 3, VIP party of 5. Seafood buffet, wine sampler, crab ragoon, Shangri-La prawns, surf and turf 1. Note, no prawns, avoid cross-contamination with shellfish, diner is allergic. Ooh. Talon's allergy. Okay. Inside this file is a series of notes on guests and the restaurant's operations. You scroll through today's notes. Several servers have written about their concerns regarding tonight's lack of security, and a couple are frustrated with a curious guest wandering up to the second floor's private dining rooms. The rest is useless information. AccuServe from Renraku. Okay. We may have to enter a new order here soon, but first, let's see what Henry here has to say. A well-dressed man sits alone at the bar, elbows propped atop the counter. His face is hard, eyes blank. He swirls the contents of his half-empty glass as if in a stupor. Between the swollen eyes and whiskey double, it isn't hard to guess his mood. As you approach, he rubs his temple and graces you with a lazy sideways glance, mumbles under his breath. Yeah, not like I can dig myself any deeper. Excuse me? I didn't catch that. He grunts. Nothing. Just, you ever have one of those days where it all goes to hell? Story of my life, but judging from your appearance, you must not have had them often. He looked at you again through dull, bloodshot eyes, but his gaze drifts elsewhere before returning to his drink. I lost 2 contracts, missed a third, late for a meeting, and publicly shamed by my coworker, all during the 9 to 5. New record as far as I can tell. Takes a long pull from his glass and exhales. At least I got that going for me. How'd you lose your contracts? Wish I knew. One of them was almost a done deal, but for some reason the client suddenly changed their tune and the contract slipped away before I could officially close it. The other 2 contracts were for ongoing clients, people I'd worked with for years, but I somehow forgot about their annual renewal date and a more diligent coworker picked them up. I got no credit for the long-term partnership with those clients. If anything, I now look worse for losing them, even though I brought them into Wujing in the first place. He leans back and lets out a wary groan. His breath reeks of alcohol. Sounds like too many coincidences to me. You think someone's working against you? You kidding me? Everyone's at each other's throat in this business. He downs the rest of his drink, signals to the bartender. In a single movement, the bartender leans over and refills the glass. Fair. But is there someone who would have benefited most from what's happened to you? He considers this. The newcomer, David. Henry nods his head toward a group at the end of the bar, an elf at its center. Him. He came out of nowhere, has been a rock star with upper management. He's been making connections and deals like a Wujing veteran. Like me. That's odd. You're telling me. You want to know what I think? He leans towards you, glassy eyes looking through you to who knows where. The scent of booze wafts off of him. I think he's got family connections, people in high places, and he's been using them to his advantage. He backs off and shrugs, rocking precariously on his chair. I don't know, it's just a thought. Well, you might be onto something. Henry grunts and stares into his glass. No, just wishful thinking. Well, I'm going to find out. It's like from Queen of the Damned. Hello, David. David is all smiles. He just finished a joke to the uproarious laughter of his party. Hello, friend. Trying to get in on this joviality? You're welcome to join us for the next round. His words bleed into each other. This isn't his first drink. Yeah, what are we celebrating? My recent success. Through some hard work and a little businessly persuasion, he winks at you knowingly, I sealed 2 contracts, and a third is on the way. Let's go ahead and grease some wheels. 20 new yen. Hey, congratulations. Next round's on me. David beams. Here's a real friend. Come, let's drink. He slams back a shot and hoots with satisfaction. Much appreciated. Thank you, my good man. Well, tell me more about this recent success of yours. A fresh flush fills David's cheeks. He wobbles on the spot and grins at you. It wasn't too hard, truth be told. Someone did most of the work for me. You see that poor sot down there? He gestures to Henry. We just upgraded our security at work. A few nights ago, that fool left behind a note containing his new password. I wrote it down and had some fun. Sent nasty messages to his clients, removed a couple of appointments from his schedule. David tosses his hands into the air, spilling his drink, and boom, I'm Employee of the Month. All I had to do was some damage control, but that man's clients, they're now mine. Ooh. Wow, that's some twisted dreck. No, you lack perspective. This is Hong Kong. This is Wujing. This is business. You must be new here if you think this is strange. He laughs and his posse joins in. Thanks for the drink, friend. Hey, Shan, these guys are right on the edge. Both blasted, one pissed off, the other, well, an ass. One word and these guys will be throwing down. That happens loud enough. Security is bound to respond. Just a thought. Indeed, that be's a really good distraction. So, if these guys fight, security... Let's talk to security. We gotta get our game plan here. There's like multiple options. A guard steps forward and raises his hand. Sorry, sir. This area is off limits. And why is that? This is the Wujing employee patio, reserved for Wujing customers and their guests. General public's not admitted. Why don't you head back to your table? There's ample seating in the main dining room. Yeah, I can take a hint. Alright. So I'll tell you what we're going to do, guys. And I don't know... Wait for the target. Let's save the game. Because I want to see what exactly is going on here. Alright. The gnarled bar stool offers little in the way of comfort. A quick look around reveals the disparity between the restaurant proper and the bar, the latter of which appears neglected in comparison to the pristine dining room. Old dried drink rings dapple the counter's uneven surface, and angry scratches run down its length. But you got time to kill before Rooster arrives, and this is as good a spot as any to wait. Alright, so... let's grab a drink and wait. The minutes tick away as you mull over a cold one. Rooster should be here any time now. Whoa! An alarmed waiter in a tousled uniform stumbles into the kitchen. Chef, we have a problem. A big problem. Cut the drama, Quark Mage. We're working here. With a deep breath, the waiter regains his composure. Our second floor guest is becoming impatient. Where is his food? Don't play games with me. I already sent it out. So get up there and serve it before our special guest rages Drex himself. Ah, okay. So, our objectives: poison the Talon's food, capture Rooster, locate Rooster's dining room, which is right there. Okay, so now we can't poison him. We can't poison the Talon, so that actually speeded the process up. So let's go ahead and load where we were, because I want to kind of see what we can do about getting the shellfish to the Talon. Okay, so I will be right back, guys. Okay, so we're back here, and it looked like when we went ahead and did that, it set everything off that we couldn't access anything. So, order computer first. And we'll enter the new order. A menu pops up with options to view or place orders. Following the menu is a dining room chart that's been broken down into server zones. A large comp button in the upper right-hand corner has a lock icon over it. Seems people are being too liberal with the free drinks. Unfortunately, it looks like you need a server's code to place an order. Okay, need a server, huh? Well, where would I go for a server's order? Well, you're a server, aren't you? Well, wait a minute. Let's talk to the chef again. Maybe the chef has the order. Gotta try and find our way through here. The chef spins around from his cutting board, a cleaver clutched loosely in his hand. You again? Why are you still wasting my time? He raves the knife in your direction. You want a piece of this? No? Then get out. Now, this is important. I heard that one of your private diners throws a tantrum if his special orders are botched. That's a polite way to put it. Gave 2 of my cooks broken ribs and a matching set of black eyes just last time he stormed from my kitchen. He raves his hand. Yes, I know that orc. Got a shellfish allergy he's overly keen on hounding us about. Although this wasn't the top seafood restaurant in the 6th world. Let's see. Mistakes happen. Sometimes you reach for a mushroom and accidentally grab an oyster. Maybe such an accident happens to our orc friend. Know what I'm saying? What? He balks at your suggestion. After a moment's recovery, he looks straight at you, nostrils flared. You can't possibly be saying what I think you are. You want me to poison a diner? You're deranged. I'm calling security. Let's do ahead 250 new yen bribe. I just need your hand to slip. An extra ingredient or 2. The chef nervously rings his towel. Wrong order. Nice. The chef nervously wrings his towel between his hands, stares at the sumptuous plates of food waiting to be eaten. A glance over his shoulders and a shake of his head, and he smiles. Small, wry thing. You know, he never appreciated our cuisine, our art. I think a special thanks is in order. See yourself out, won't you? Indeed. So, we did poison the Talon's food, it looks like. Now, we probably could have got that from a server, but unfortunately, it looks like that server, there was nothing we could have done there. So, let's talk to Henry, and we're going to start a distraction. Henry's gazes into the tall drink in front of him. You came back. Listen, that David prick you mentioned, turns out he broke into your work terminal and sent your client some nasty messages in your name. Then he swooped in and stole them. A spark of sobriety washes over Henry. The dullness in his eyes drains away, and he sits up alarmed. That explains why no one would return my messages. With a grunt, he smashes his fist onto the counter. He turns towards David and mutters through his clenched teeth. Oh, he wants to play dirty? I can handle that. I can handle him. He jumps up and marches toward David. And swing! Oh. Henry and David stand inches from one another, both men wearing the fiercest expressions they can muster. Their hatred is almost palpable. How their confrontation will play out is unclear, but one thing is certain. You have a great seat. Henry stabs a finger into David's chest and speaks in a low hiss. You stole my business, and I know it. You might have picked this fight, but I'm going to win it. Fair and fracking square. Show you how those with integrity operate, you cheat. Henry's mouth eases into a contented smirk. You want to lose face twice in one day? Oh, I'm happy to oblige, but not in here. I'll be damned if the Shangri-La bans me for thrashing a worthless crap stain like you on their property. Let's finish this outside. Now. Fine, but don't think that this will give away any sort of advantage. It only means I won't have to hold back. Let's go. Ooh, what are they doing? Create a diversion outside the restaurant. Objective complete. Alright. I did not know that was an objective, but I will take it. Now, let's just check the computer one more time. Okay. Looks like we did what needed done. Now we will wait for Rooster. Grab a drink and wait. There he goes. Okay, chef, big problem, quirk mage. I love that. Okay, we got a fight out in front in a sick diner, and you're still in here glazing dumplings? Our second floor guest is pissed. His head of security spewing up prawns and looking for someone to blame. Better brace yourselves for a mouthful of fists. Well, ain't that a... Ooh, Lord. Hi, guys. A howl and several thumps catch the cooking staff's attention. Apprehensive glances are tossed around the kitchen, their fear abruptly confirmed as a huge orc burst into the room. The jagged scar on the orc's cheek matches your client's description of the Talon. Or would if the Talon's face were in a lumpy, swollen, and seeping mess. Oh! The Talon's face flushes in anger, or perhaps as a side effect of his allergy, and he raises a knobby finger to the room. What is wrong with this place? His swollen lips split more saliva than sounds. Excuse me, sir. You're holding the kitchen up. If you have any questions or concerns, speak to our host up front. He rounds on the chef, shoulders raised in disbelief. I've got a concern, all right. A concern regarding this drag house you call a restaurant. His voice booms. This is the third time you slopheads have fracked up my order. I'm regularly forced to choke down your garbage, I expect, at the least. Some substitutions to be followed. No shellfish. Get it right, or next time someone's going to end up a whole lot worse than maimed. Duncan turns to you, eyebrows raised. And you call me short-fused. Maybe now you'll think twice before ragging on me when things heat up. No, I'd never stop ragging on you, Duncan. Hey, if the Talon's down here, that means he left the upstairs room unguarded. You're right. Let's go while he's still distracted. Do. Hi, guys. Don't mind me. Game saved. Alright. Open the door. Is this Rooster's room? Hi, guys. Inside the private dining room, you're immediately greeted by the piercing stare of two massive dragon statues. The flickering lights are just bright enough to illuminate their bronze bodies, the effect an eerie illusion of slithering scales. Across the room stands your target, Chuang Sing Rooster Lo, hands trembling at his sides. A single anxious guard stands near the door. Something has them on edge. The Talon is missing. Sweat drips down Rooster's gaunt face. His eyes dart back and forth across the room, trying to size you up, assess the situation. Without support, he appears nothing more than a trapped rooster who, without his talons, is defenseless. In an effort to invoke a sense of authority, he raises his voice. Who are you? What do you want? If you'll please come with me, we can make this easy. And don't try to argue. You're in a poor position with the Talon missing. His anger flares. You dare to speak to me as if I were a child? Joe, where's the Talon? Where's the rest of my security? A second passes while his eyes scour the room, looking for someone, anyone, to come to his aid. Never you mind. Just get this street tramp out of here. Yes, sir. No Talon? No backup? All alone? You must really like your boss. He glances at Rooster. Not exactly, no. He begins to slowly back towards the door. Fact, you can have him. Good boy. Hi, Rooster. It's just us now. No, wait. Spare my life, I beg you. Please. Drops of spit spatter from his mouth, his desperation obvious. Stop that. I'm here to take you alive. Don't make me change my mind. Why are we letting this idiot live again? Client's orders, Duncan. His mouth twists downward in disgust. What a waste of our time. A bullet in his head and we could march out of here easy. Unless this guy knows another way out. We're not going anywhere without him raving at our side. Okay, I don't think that was supposed to be Duncan saying that. Let's see. So, how about it? Where's the door you used to discreetly make your way in here? Rooster's teeth are clattering inside his head. His frame shakes uncontrollably. The realization that he's at your mercy, with no one left to defend him, is setting in. Well, Mr. Lo, mind pointing us to the exit? Rooster stammers incoherently for a moment, but his words soon catch up with him. It's just outside of this room, to the right, but it's locked. And you have the key. Actually, let's search him. You find a small key in his coat pocket. The ornate pattern carved into its head matches patterns painted throughout the restaurant. Nice and quiet. Come on now. Else we'll sick Koshi on you. Oh, this one's suddenly unlocked. Oh, we've got the key. I see. Alrighty. Talk? A monolithic, extravagant aquarium dominates the restaurant's lounge. Awakened sea anemones, hoping like Finding Nemo, and close along the tank's rocky bottom, unfurling to reveal a riotous explosion of color. It's like a natural fireworks display. In the upper reaches of the tank, multicolored fish of all shapes and descriptions circle and swarm. Schools of tiny prawns dart in and out of the rocks as skate-like things the size of koi glide through the water above them. Something like a lionfish made of bronze beats its frilly tail, causing shafts of light to reflect and refract through the water. Some of the animals in this tank must be exceedingly rare and expensive. These look fancy. I'm going to grab some. Some of those have sharp-looking teeth, Caleb, but if you want to get bitten, be my guest. Don't worry, I've got it. He shrugs. Your call. 50 new yen. You pop open a feeding port on the side of the tank. After a few seconds of splashing around, you grabbed a spined fish with large fins. A moment later, you plop it into a hydration bladder that you find in a dispenser on the side of the tank. The fish stares at you, bumping its head against the shimmering plastic. Secured in its bladder, it should survive until you can find a buyer after the run. Excellent. Every little bit helps. Makes up for the fact that I had to spend money to get the wheels greased due to my lack of charisma. You use Rooster's service key to open, or key copy to open the door. So here's the service elevator. Hey! Access the docking bay to escape. Use the service entrance to get outside. Unknown caller. Your comlink clicks. A burst of static, then the sound clears to reveal a soft voice. Shan, is this your channel? Who's asking? Name's Talon. I'm your getaway driver. We have details to discuss, but let's keep it brief. Time's ticking. Another burst of static, and Talon continues. I'm at the loading dock across the bridge from the restaurant's main entrance. Big old schooner. Can't miss me, but neither will the HKPF, who I've just learned are on their way here in response to a security call. Well, this ought to be fun. One last thing. I may be the driver, but this ain't my rig. Door's locked and I don't know the code. You may have to break in. Good luck, and get moving. A click and your comlink fills with static. Paylong is gone. Okay, guys, well, looks like this is going to be complicated after all. We were able to get out of the restaurant without having to take on the Talon, but we're going to have to fight our way to the escape boat. And we'll do that in the next episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, go ahead and click like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. That'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.